Good morning, afternoon, and evening, gentlemen. Hammerhand, the MGTOW monk, in the house one more time. Our fucking world is truly doomed. You'll have to forgive the MGTOW rabbit over here. He's excitable. This is something that has been covered a couple of times, but I haven't seen much of it on the MGTOW side. And I gotta be honest with you, this is some disgusting, filthy, perverted shit. And I can't just sit back and be silent about something like this. Now, hard-hitting Truth J, the fella covered it over there, and I very much enjoy his commentary, and shout out to him. I went looking for articles on birth rape. That's right. It's a thing. It's called birth rape. I pulled up an article from the Jezebel. This is a disgusting rag right there along with Vox and Vice and Mike and all of these other shithole activist sites. These people aren't journalists, they're activists. I'm going to read to you from the article, and then I'm going to jump in from time to time with my thoughts on this. If debates about childbirth weren't already incendiary enough, here's a phrase that's being debated online lately: birth rape. My mind is fucking blown. Birth rape. It refers not to forced sexual contact, but to violations experienced during childbearing. Like what? I mean, what kind of violations? Have you ever had a baby before? Do you know the process that goes into having a baby? Do you know what doctors are required to do to protect themselves from psychopathic fucking whores? I pretty much guarantee that you don't. And here's where I agree with my man, Triple HJ. Fuck 'em. Let 'em die. If this is what it's coming down to, if men are actually genuinely bothered, afraid, I'm not talking about like fear, like in a corner cowering. I'm talking about like worried about the rest of their fucking life, afraid over an allegation, because anybody can make one now about any fucking thing, whether it's real or imagined. And it ruins men. Now, it ruins men. Every once in a while, they will throw a bitch in there, and she'll get her ass kicked up around her shoulders. But that's probably because she wasn't fucking playing ball. Fuck 'em. Let them die. Plain and simple. There's no other way to say it. And I'm not concerned to say it any other way. Bitch, if you are choking on a fucking chicken bone and you start herking up bodily fluids and organs and shit, guess what? You're gonna die. Because before I put my fucking hands on your chest, or put my mouth on yours so that I can save your life and you can wake up and fucking sue me and put me in jail, I'd just as soon sit there and watch you turn colors. So, fuck you. You can die. This is the world that you motherfuckers have made for yourselves. Do you understand? Of course you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be going down this road. You wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't be pushing this to this extreme. It's fucked up that articles have to be written about women dying from fucking heart attacks and choking and whatever it is that sends them into cardiac arrest, and they fall on the floor and they start twitching. And there's a bunch of men, and there's probably women standing around watching it too, and they're all like, oh God, help her. And all the fucking dudes are there with their hands in their pockets. I wouldn't fucking do it. There was a point in time, many times, where I have literally taken the shirt off of my back to stop somebody's fucking face from bleeding and to stop them from bleeding out because they were in a car accident. Multiple times this has happened. I wouldn't dream of doing that today, simply because of the environment that has been created by this small, very loud, obnoxious core of people. You see? And it's not that corporations or law enforcement or law in general is bending to their will. It's not that. It's not that at all. It's that they want it this way. They want this confusion. They want people looking at one another, accusing one another, pointing the fucking finger at one another. They want this. This is part of the plan for these motherfuckers. Let me get back into the article real quick. The phrase has been circulating on midwife and childbirth blogs for several years, but it's starting to gain force. Here's how the blog devoted to the topic, Birth Trauma Truth, describes it. A vulnerable woman who is powerless to leave the situation is at times held down against her will as strangers looking and touching her private parts of her body, perhaps without appropriate measures being taken to acknowledge her ownership of her body. I'm sorry, did you come into the hospital to have a baby? I'm just curious. Did you? Because it doesn't sound like you came in here to have a baby. It sounds like you came in here looking for a lawsuit. Perhaps she has fingers or instruments inserted without her consent, and sometimes against her consent, invading and crossing decent boundaries. Okay, the very next thing that I have to say to this is obstetricians and gynecologists, you'd better get the fuck out of the field, or you'd better belly up to the bar with a whole bunch of malpractice money. This shit is coming for you. And if people don't stand up and abso-fucking-lutely crush this insanity that is sweeping through women in the Western world, we won't make it out the backside of this. We won't survive another generation with this type of behavior. We just won't. Not in our current fashion, let me say that. She is fearful of what is happening to her, and perhaps for the well-being of her baby. Well, she can't deliver her fucking baby by herself, can she? No. Now see, 100 fucking years ago, women, and I mean women, were dropping kids in the field, and the next day they were back to work, doing what they knew that they had to do to survive. The entitled patchy fucking hoes today, if they get a splinter in their finger, they're down for 3 weeks. So, fuck you. Back into this reassurance that either her or her child are okay. That is a violation no matter how you look at it. No, it's not a violation. It's the medical practice. Plain and simple. It's not institutionalized. It's not anybody subverting somebody's autonomous rights. Plain and simple, it's the fucking medical profession when it comes to delivering a baby. If you fucking hoes want to get in there and make light of this situation, if you want to get in there and act like a bunch of morons, like you know how to deliver the baby, stay the fuck home and drop your kid in a bucket. You have the freedom to do that. These doctors don't have time to sit there and cater to every fucking whim of every moron bitch that walks through the door. That's just plain and simple. I know most doctors really don't play that shit. They don't play that game. But unfortunately, this shit is gaining traction. It's not going to get too much traction. It's going to get crushed before it gets to that point. Trust me, it will. Even if this treatment is given with no malice and the intent of attempting to assist her with birthing her child, there is never a reason to forgo common decencies that will enable her to maintain her role in the birth, some autonomy over her body, to be involved in the decision making, to be informed about what they want to do before they do it. Well, you know, sometimes, lots of times, you've only got a few minutes to take care of business. I'll give you a for instance. When my son was born, his mother's uterus did not firm up. Now, some of you don't know what that means. I'll explain it to you. When the child is born, the uterus is immediately supposed to clot, firm up, and stop just gushing blood. Well, she didn't. She got really lightheaded. She was incapacitated, could not make the decision, and this happened 30 seconds out of birth. I'm sitting there wondering what the fuck is going to happen. Am I going to be a father with a brand new baby and mom dying on the table? Is that going to happen? Yes, folks. Hammerhand has experienced a few things in life. How does a woman make a decision like that in that instance? How? 99.9% of them walk in there and just expect to dump a kid on there and then give instructions to the doctor, the trained professional, on how to do business. That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen. All right, let's get back to the article. I know that the majority of people reading the definition of rape and attempting to apply it to birth trauma will feel it is a stretch to do so. Well, no fucking shit. It took decades to believe that rape occurred in marriage or that women could be rapists too. So expanding the definition to including birth might take a blah, 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 blah. And that's what Marxism is all about. Is redefining words to include things that they never meant to be included. That was never meant for common sense, logical folks. It was never meant to be that way. I absolutely mean it when I say fuck these motherfuckers. Let them die. Fuck them. I mean that. With 100% of my fucking being, of my heart, I mean it. If you're going to put up this much of a fight, if you're going to say to us that we can't do, say, see, smell anything, if we don't know the fucking rules of engagement for anything, then fuck you. You can die. Go live in the woods. Go feed your kids with bears and wild wolves. Fuck you. Go pick berries off a fucking tree. I don't give a fuck. Pack hay in your axe wound and let it fucking heal up that way. If you don't want doctors touching you, if you don't want doctors doing their fucking job without your input, then don't go to the fucking hospital. Plain and simple. You're not the professional, cunt. They are the professionals. All right, I'm off the blog now. I'm not reading from that trash anymore. If a woman who has been indoctrinated into feminism believes that giving birth to a baby is giving birth to a parasite, which these fucking scumbag feminists commonly refer to their child as a parasite. If they believe that the baby is raping their body, these people need to be put down. Plain and simple. That's goddamn right. I said it. Fuck them. Fuck them. We don't need people like this in the world. Plain and simple. Life is hard enough out here without having to worry about how you might look at somebody, how they might fucking perceive it. If you brush past somebody, are you going to get accused of rape? If you don't engage with them, this is the new thing now, where men are starting to observe the Pence rule, which we all know is MGTOW, plain and simple. Mike Pence has a very good set of rules to follow life. And I agree with his rules, except the being married part, but he's a Christian man, and that's all right. If that's what you want to do with yourself, he's got plenty of money and plenty of power, so if his wife did decide to crawfish on her, well, he could just find her a nice shallow hole somewhere. Nobody would ask. But fuck you. That's just my opinion on it. That's just the way I think about it. And I know I've been going on here for 14 minutes talking about all of the evil, vile shit that women are and that women do, and I realize that it's a small percentage of women that actually engage in this type of subversion, this type of Marxist, communist, cocksucking bullshit. I realize that. The part that really fucks with me is how many other women know about it and they don't say a fucking word. They just go along with this shit. You see, women go along to get along. They always have and they always will. And when you give them power, when you give a woman the opportunity to vote in your stead, on your behalf, don't you dare say anything about when they vote to take everything from you. Because they will. It's what they do.